Yeah, from the National Education Union, so sister union to the UCU. Actually, the last time I spoke here was when Unison colleagues were out on strike, and really the strikes that have been taking place here, they're all connected, aren't they? It's all about saying you don't value the workforce, you don't value the people who deliver the service, but actually there's a lot of value for the people right at the top. There's a lot of value for the people at the top of universities, there's a lot of value for the people at the top of society. You know, they're not the people who are going to be worrying about casualisation. They're not the people who are worrying about pay and whether they can make their mortgage this month. They're not the people who are going to be worried about the future for their colleagues and people coming after that. You know, the attacks that take place, whether it's on our pensions, whether it's on our pay or on our working conditions. You know, this is a systemic attack that is taking place across public services, and at the same time as the 1% see their Swiss bank accounts ballooning, at the same time as that takes place, we can see real poverty taking place amongst a whole number of people who, to be honest, we never expected would have to be going to food banks. We never expected would have to get crisis loans and all the rest of it. And so what we can see, to be honest, is that people are beginning to fight back. You know, your Unison colleagues that have fought back, absolutely brilliant. UCU striking back, absolutely brilliant. I'll tell you straight, the NEU should be doing the same. We should be coming out on strike, not just in schools and colleges and all the rest of it. To be honest, all public sector workers should be coming out on strike against this attack, this continued attack on our conditions. And we have to hammer home the message that Britain can afford it. Britain can afford to have lecturers who are able to retire and say, do you know what, I worked hard, I've got a good pension. Britain can afford cleaners who are able to retire and say, do you know what, I worked hard, I've got a good pension. Britain can afford to have social workers who can retire and say, do you know what, I worked hard, I got a good pension. And Britain can certainly afford to have teachers who can retire and say, I worked hard and I've got a good pension. Because I tell you what, people like Boris Johnson, he doesn't know what a hard day's work is, but when he goes, he's going to be alright. He's going to be alright. The ilk around him, they're going to be alright. So what you're doing at the absolute right time during a general election, what you're doing is shining a beacon to people and saying, do you know what, I'm fed up. I'm fed up that things like food banks are normal in Britain. I'm fed up that every bloody November we still got to put on red bloody noses so that children can have a good life. I'm fed up of what's going on, of our NHS under attack and our services under attack and the people at the top who know everything about the cost of things but nothing about the value of things. I'm fed up. And you guys are a beacon of it. So to be honest, I hope this spreads when I go back to school, when I go back to my union colleagues. I'm going to say, do you know what, you're fed up. Well, I've met people who are fed up and they're bloody doing something about it. And I hope that what you guys do when you go home today, when you're on the bus, when you're on Facebook, when you're on Twitter, I hope what you do today is to say, I stood up, and I tell you what, you can do it too. Because that's the message we've got to hammer home. Whatever happens with the election on the 12th of December, you guys will still be fighting. We need to catch up in teaching. Council workers need to catch up. NHS workers need to catch up. Because I tell you what, if we want ordinary people to get a bit better, if we want ordinary people to feel more secure